Welcome back. It's nighttime in the station, and the full moon in Gemini is high in the sky. I was watching it on and off all night last night, and it was nice. It was making really pretty silhouettes in the garden, and moonlight in the garden. Yeah. And I think the carnival is over now. It's been at least 4 months of non-stop partying in my area. Yeah. Sound, big sound. Yeah, the sound just stopped. Sheesh. Yeah. So today we're gonna be talking to the cards about something different. I'm inspired actually by the most current interesting news is about the possibility of alien spacecraft in the sky. It's being reported internationally and seriously, and it's my favorite topic right now. And it's giving me comedy relief, that's for sure. And people, so far from what I've gathered from the few reports, and I don't look at all the videos, but I see that a lot of people are talking about it, and it was funny. It's funny to watch news broadcasters broadcasting on this, and people, and so far the authorities have reported that they don't know what they are. That's been reported. It's said that that's been reported. I don't know if that's even true or not. But I did see a little bit of the police in New Jersey, and they had their drones, and they were showing it. They were like, they said that they said for some reason it doesn't pick up on the camera, which is interesting. And other people have reported that too, that they're having a hard time. Some people are kind of getting little lights and stuff like this. I can tell you that that might just be that also is going to be a technical question, because digital photography is not real photography. It's a digitalized interpretation of an image, and the technology of digital photography can't photograph. a great deal of things, actually. And it's just, it's limited. But real videotape, okay, tape, or film can pick up anything. Because it's not reinterpreting anything. It's just, but I do know from the past when I did a lot of photography and stuff like this, sometimes it overwhelms the film and it just like whites it out, or it overexposes it, and you can't see anything. Which unfortunately just gave me a bad memory of when I would have film processed and the processors would destroy my film. Yeah, and I knew that it wasn't my fault. It was their fault, and I could tell too. They didn't know. I knew how to process film. I knew what they were doing. And then they charge you. They were assholes. So, anyways, the space, I'm calling it Lightcraft, and let's see, Lightcraft. And light ships. I think those are good names for those things. I have seen them. Yeah, I've seen a lot of different kinds of stuff like that. I've seen them my whole life at different times. I've seen a lot of stuff in the sky, and I started to see them again more prominently after lockdown, and I saw a bigger size thing that was definitely of question. Now, the technology, the interesting thing is that technology is so advanced and imitates and it has a really galactic, spacey, alien look to it, and they can make them really thin and stuff, and with there are certain just very practical, not complicated things that you can do with light. Anyone that's worked in effects knows this. So there's some things that you can do with light that creates illusion and also can make things disappear, look like they've disappeared. And like cloaking mechanisms. You can do that. You can man-make stuff like that. You surely can. So that's not unusual, especially now. Yeah. So all the things that would, it becomes very difficult to know what it is, because the man-made capacity seems impossible. It's trippy, and it seems like it would be some kind of Martian thing, but it isn't. But then there are things that are. There's a mix. There's a grand mix. There's all kinds of stuff flying around. And one of the reports that the only conventional style. I watched a really conventional, style news report on the New Jersey drones, they're calling them, with question marks. And then there was some kind of report from authorities or some kind of guard, and their answer was, well, we could try to shoot one down or something. And I thought they're like, oh, well, if it's not like something made of light and not material in the way that it's not a material thing, then you could maybe shoot it and it wouldn't matter. And then I thought, well, they could try, Or if it's like New Jersey, it's over the ocean or something, they could maybe try to shoot one that's over the water. So, but I think that they don't know they're afraid to shoot it because they don't know what to expect, And I heard that the airport even shut down for a while because of it. 10 of Diamonds is the first card out, guys. So I'm getting one of the Star Wars or Star Trek crafts, Star Trek crafts in that card, and it's a 10. So, and I'm kind of getting space life on Earth, which is whether or not that's what it is or not, it could be. But the thing is that it's not like one. There's so many different kinds of things. There's so many different kinds of things. And I have seen a bunch of them in the last couple of months. I did notice an accumulation, which doesn't alarm me or bother me or anything. No matter what it is, it doesn't bother me. It's obviously surveillancing of some kind. It's a presence. It's a presence for sure. And I think that it makes good questions, good questions for the individual. Like, well, what if it did? What if these things did belong to countries? What if it didn't? What if it belonged to Martians? Really, what difference would it make at this point? I think that it's a good thing to. It's interesting because it now you have to include that in the big picture, and that actually, whether it's people made or people owned, or if it's Martian property of some kind, what difference would it make? And so far, no one's reported anything happening, like they're just floating around. And it made me start thinking about aliens. And I used to listen to a radio program run by a gentleman named Art Bell, Coast to Coast, and it was like a conspiracy, alien, all the paranormal. It was like a paranormal radio show, and it was live all night. And and it was a call-in program, and people would be calling in, and for some reason, the thing that stuck out it always sticks out in my memory from that program was some story about someone that had a Martian in their deep freezer in the garage. And I couldn't forget that. And I've met people and known people who claimed that they were abducted. There were people that I've known who I suspected actually that maybe they had been abducted, but they didn't want to say anything. Because the moment you say anything, and it was Art Bell's program that proved this to me, like how crazy you seemed. But a lot of people took it seriously because a lot of people had had these interactions or whatever. Yeah. This was a famous program. And and so it's 10 of diamonds. 10 of diamonds. So we're here with that. Whatever it is, it's here. Yeah. And it could go away and come back. It could be the predecessor to alien encounters also. And I think the thing that makes people most nervous is an alien attack. Like sci-fi movies. Which like, or that they come down and you don't know, who knows what could happen. And so it's been making me laugh. and making me feel good, too. It really is. I know maybe some people think that's weird, but it's somehow making me feel better because it seems to make sense in the times that we're in, because from what it looks like, we have quite a bit of situation that as people who are really quite limited are having a hard time dealing with. Like, we are in a crisis, and I started to think that aliens might want to get involved somehow. It also gave me, I got a brief, I got a kind of little vision. And this is not a subject I really get into at all, because it doesn't really matter to me. You know, there's never been like, oh, is there life in outer space or not? I thought, if there is, great. If there isn't, who cares, you know? And who cares if there is? And space and outer space, and actually how do we, and normal people, they don't know anything and they never will, and so it's like a big mystery that aliens never scared me. And it's obvious that their potential is greater, that it would be, I feel their potential would be greater than ours. And their immune ability would be greater than I don't feel like we have any, like we stand a chance, actually. As far as like competitors, I think human beings don't stand a chance at all. Like they're a lower form. And do they have weaponry? Would that even be something that they would even need to use? Or who knows? And I kind of got these little flashes of human beings conferencing with aliens, which seemed like a cartoon. It did. And it's got comedy all over it. It's funny, that. And then I thought, well, what if this does happen? And there's like an alien invasion. And what is that gonna, and then I thought, whoa, not only, okay, so this spacecraft is unphotographable, maybe they are too. How about that? And then I was thinking, whoa, people, because people are going to be, people, no matter what, even in the absolute worst of scenarios, which also creates even worse scenarios, can't stop videoing with their phone. Their own house will be burning down, and they'll just be videoing it. And when actually they maybe could have saved their house, but they'll have the phone in the hand, and they'll be videoing and going, oh my God, my house, and like text messaging and not putting it out. You know, people really aren't. Their habits are really despicable, bad, and stupid. Really stupid. But guarantee for sure that people are going to be going crazy trying to video this. And I thought, wow, what if there is some kind of conflict? You know, what if aliens do attack people and people try to film it, and what is happening, but you can't see the aliens and how crazy that video is going to look. Yeah, we might get to that point. It's a possibility. Yeah, I like it. I like this energy, and I don't like violence at all, and don't condone it at all, and am not at all, and not a violent person at all, and I think it's disgusting, but I think that this is a possibility. I know that there's probably a lot of dialogues because of the nature of our times, and the Armageddon and the obvious presence of serious wrongs and what seems to be a subhuman race and a great population of it. I thought, sure, people might think that aliens could be, you know, maybe aliens are going to come and rage a war, or what, on good and bad, which is totally the human mind. That's not the alien mind. I know this. And then whenever I think of aliens, it's good. It's a good mental exercise to think about aliens, because it's a fact that you can't get in their mind. And what is their mind, or their nature? That would be more their nature, how they are, their realm. A very good friend of all time, and fantastically funny person, told me in one of our last phone conversations some years ago that they had been abducted by aliens, and I didn't doubt it. I didn't believe it, not believe it. And they talked about the effect of it on them, and this, that. I wanted to talk more with them about it, and they're the kind of friend that you can talk to them for 10 hours, 12 hours straight, every day, and you would never run out of the detail of the everything. I really wanted to know. He didn't get into too many details about it, because there were so many things that we wanted to talk about, and I think we only had a couple hours on the phone, and so we couldn't squeeze everything in. One of this was like, you're Bisbetsky, and you're like, oh my God, oh, just one more thing, and both of us taking notes. Check this out. This was a good, books, movies, subjects. Really good friend. I love this person. Yeah. An Aquarius, too. And quite a notorious one. I could see aliens being interested in him. Yeah. 3 of Hearts. So we got 13 now. The mystery. 3 of Cups. They're like the third party. They're the third cup. They're kind of a third element. I think that they might be integrating in a new way. I don't know if the light crafts or anything have anything to do with that or not. And I do know that if we were in a different time period, like if it was the 70s, if we were in if this was like 1976, they would have already been shooting at them to test, just to see what happened. They would have already done that. Yeah, for sure. That's a guarantee. But apparently that hasn't happened yet, which is a good sign also, So far, I think the approach on it is nice and positive and peaceful. It's good that they haven't shot at it or tried to violate it just because it's I think it's good. I think that's a good sign. And I think that this brings nothing but good signs, actually. And it's a 13. I did start to think about what if this just keeps going on? Like there's just more and more things like this that we don't really know where they are, and they're flying around, things like this, alien presence. But there's no attacks or anything. It just kind of starts, it kind of just starts integrating itself. And also, what if this 3 of Hearts and the third element is also giving me the idea of spirit realm, or otherworldly beings or creatures also could start to become a possibility. Sorry. One of the dogs has hair stuck in his throat. If not all people know this, but I don't like actually to give out medical advice, but in the case of the dog, and since it doesn't involve chemicals or anything like that, if your dog starts doing that, they're probably not sick. They just have hair and dust and phlegm and whatever stuff. And the best and most simple and not toxic or anything remedy is you get Vaseline, unscented Vaseline, just plain Vaseline, and you want to give them about take like a little spoonful or a half spoonful of Vaseline, and then you put it in some peanut butter. You kind of make like a bonbon. You wrap it up, and then you can stick it on some toast or something that they can just, they'll just gulp it. And it's good to have like a little saucer of milk or some kind of yogurt or something like that they can that they'll want to dump, and so they'll swallow it, and that's that. You only have to do that a couple times, and it relieves them and it cures them. It's all the hair sticks to the peanut butter and the Vaseline, and the Vaseline helps them to pass it. They cough it up, or it just comes out. The peanut butter, all the hair gets stuck to the peanut butter, and it moves it out. And then give them some rice also. That's also a good thing to do. Help clean their stomach out, the hair. Yeah. I've seen people really freak out and not know what's going on when dogs just had hairballs, and they would even have to pay real serious money to take them to the vet, which is good. It was good that they were doing that. But I wouldn't tell them this remedy. No. Not to be mean or anything, but if something goes wrong, I know exactly who they're going to blame, and they're going to be like, it was you and the peanut butter, and it was like, oh, of course, right? Yeah. I felt it was better not to get involved. Two of clubs clovers. The initiation of something. The initiation of something. Yeah. The start. I think it's the start of this new 10 of diamonds, this 13 diamonds and hearts, third party, the new third party, third element, other things from other realms has initiated with us. That's for sure. And when we're seeing it, 7 of clubs clovers, yes. So we got the 27 there. And so we have Yahweh also here, and I'm seeing, I see a kind, the mind, what are we going to do, what am I going to do, not knowing how to deal with this. Also, 8 of Diamonds, yeah, and this new divine circumstance which is going to involve these things and start bringing it more into the picture. Yeah. And from what it looks like, there's going to be some kind of upgrading with that. It's positive energy. I'll tell you what, is so far the energy on the ground and with the cards and the kind of environment that they're making by themselves, just with this particular reading. I've never read on aliens in my life, and they're showing me that the people are in this club's energy and black cards, okay, and that's true to true, straight up. I mean, the human race and Earth is in big, capital T trouble. You know, big, seriously big. And it's like an avalanche of problems that doesn't stop, and you can't stop. You know, it's not like a little little minor. It's not like an accident in the parking lot. Oh, I hit someone's fender. Okay, now you're going to give them $1,000. They're going to repair your car. Everyone's, I'm sorry. You're compensated. You know, it doesn't cost them. You know, and then it's over. It's not. The problems in human civilization on Earth isn't like that. It's permanent, and it's like you move a rock, and then slowly all the rocks down, and then it just destroys. It keeps going. Without if you didn't add one single thing, it would still be falling apart. It'll just keep falling apart. It's the accumulation and the effects are so destructive of what has already happened that normal life on Earth as we have once known it, of course, I am mainly talking to people who have some age, who were alive in the world when it was more reasonable, let's say. Even though it wasn't, it was in the process of destruction. It was already in it, but it still had very stable kind of practical elements, natural elements. Things made more sense, and then that completely dissipated, where nothing made sense. And then now we're way down the line here, and just as science fiction predicted, the aliens would be arriving, and I think that it's going to be a multi-realm interaction for sure. Maybe there are some people that are really worried about it. Maybe they're worried. They think that they're going to, maybe their mind would go crazy. Maybe they think aliens could take over and enslave human beings and stuff, which is impossible also. Yeah. Maybe they're going to wipe out the entire human race. Maybe they're going to do something we can't even conceive of. Maybe they're not going to do anything. Maybe they don't exist. Maybe this maybe this is some type of foolery, you know. Maybe they are really dangerous, and maybe they are owned. Because I started to think, well, maybe what if they do belong to a certain military? Or what if they do? And maybe what if they do all have weapons and stuff like this, and they're flying around, and then they're going to start. They can, you know, they can. Who knows what their agenda is? And if they were armed and stuff, and they did belong to a known human source, then also I don't think that any authority would be. I think, I mean, they so far everybody seems to be a bunch of storytellers, anyways. No one's ever getting straight facts about anything, and so far it's like a thing of it's like the most ridiculous thing is to think that anyone could deliver some kind of truth on these things. You know, the only person or being that knows what those things are is the one that owns them or created them. What if God created them? What if that's God's lightcraft fleet? And it's like a new, maybe they want to get in on this is like a new idea. What about that? I like it. Yeah. 7 of Hearts. Woo! 787. That's an aircraft number. 7 of Hearts, and so it's coming. That 7 of Hearts is coming under the 3 of Hearts. So now we have a double 10 next to each other. This 7 of Hearts is giving the individual. The individual and the soul choice, the measurement of your love, of your nature, realizing things also, as there's a 10-10 here, so there's a double ending and a double beginning. And it's also giving a gate energy, and so there's a 10 and a 10, and then the 7 being this double 7. So we have a double gate here. Yeah. Okay. We need to reset the magic light. Yeah. Okay. Now it's fine. I have this real serious Rube Goldberg electric system. I've rigged up. We haven't had a main source electric for, we're almost at a year. Yeah. At this point, I'm real used to it, and I'd say that what I don't have and what I need, it made what I do need very evident. Okay, so that's bringing that in. Oof, so bright now. I'm going to see if I can. Yeah, that's good. We had meltdowns, electrical. I didn't do the wires right or something, and we had a little meltdown, system meltdown. I'm really lucky it didn't catch on fire. I was very grateful. Yeah, very, very grateful. I realized that I wouldn't want now that I haven't had the mainline electric. I wouldn't want it actually. Or if I did have it, I would have to have it set up in such a way that I would have to like redo, because it used to scare me and it was very dangerous, and the electrical here in this area, it's ungrounded, and I didn't know them, but I knew them. Like there was like kind of young, like a teenager or something. Some years back, who got electrocuted at work by a neon. They had some kind of neon decoration, and he stumbled and put his hand out, and there was somehow the current from this neon thing struck him and then threw him and then electrocuted him and then it tossed him, and then he had additional injuries, head injuries, so it was like a double thing, and ever since then, and it made me really sad. I was crying a lot over this, and I didn't even know this person, but I had met them, and they were nice, and very young, and I felt really sad for the family, really, really sad, and but it was his passing, his accident with the electricity that made me realize how dangerous the electric was here, how archaic it is. And then later on, I started to become very sensitive. Sometimes and it was like out of control, that sometimes the current would raise, and it would be like in the walls, the current. Or the door, or it's just like, it'd be like, and I was like, whoa, you know, like it was traveling around just because it was touching stuff. It was like 4 times the current that it should have been, and sometimes it would like melt the wires. Like it destroyed, just that out of control current destroyed like half of my electrical fitting in my house. Half. Within just a few years, half of it would have been blown out, and I was lucky that it didn't catch on fire. Yeah. And I think it's more. I'm not gonna. I mean, I can't get it. There's no way out that I'm gonna be. No one's gonna give. They're not gonna make another connection here. That's for sure. And it would be useful. I would have to like reset it to make it more safe. But at this point, I think it's dangerous, and I'd rather not have it, and just keep going with alternative engineering. Which works, and it is safer, actually. It's safer. I think mainline electric, especially here, is just dangerous. Yeah. And my life seems more calm without its presence, even though it seriously sets me back. Seriously. All right, I'm tuning in back to their line here. The mysterious. They're so mysterious. So I'll take another card. So we had those 2 gates, that 7-7 and the 10-10. Oop, 2 of hearts, and this is another 2 coming underneath the other 2. So we have a triple gate. So there's that 3 again. We've got the 2-2, the 7-7, and the 10-10. Yeah. That's good. And heart sunglasses. I think there's going to be some really positive stuff coming. This full moon in Gemini obviously is inspiring the reading. And I like this full moon in Gemini. And it's bringing a nice energy. I can't really put my finger on it, but I do like it. And it's a 2 of hearts. You know, it's a heart sunglasses kind of feeling. It may not be Like, no matter what, we're not in a position where everything's fine. Oh, it's okay. No. Even though there's a grand amount of people alive in the world today, just grand, who think that they don't think about anything ever, and it's like, business as usual, life as usual, nonstop from the cradle to the grave. And they don't care about anything. No. Like the party atmosphere that's been here. The way, it seems like for them, what could they ever care about? They never have less, never. They have everything all the time, and they're born like that. Even people that people would think, oh, they're poor and this, that, they're not. They're not at all. The people in my area they don't, I think that they're the most wealthy people. They're like rich people. They are rich. And spoiled, too. Seriously spoiled. And they're really into begging. But they have this really funny relationship about it. And they've never not had, actually. No. And they also will do anything to get, which also is part of that deal. Queen of Clubs, Clovers. Okay, so the Queen of Clubs, Clovers is on the ground now, and so now the story has changed. Okay, now it's serious, because that's the Queen of Batons, and that's coming after Heart Sunglasses. And she is also bringing I see her as a flower girl sometimes, like this loving nature, and a major action in this loving nature with the Heart Sunglasses being the second initiation coming in. Yes. 9 of Spades veils. So now we got a flush on. Now we've got a flushing energy. 7, 8, 9. 9 of Spades veils. 9 of Swords. A lot of they're pointing out the entrapment. The entrapment feeling that's present, the entrapment, worry, not knowing what's going on, things. Because I'm getting this flush. And so we got the 7, 8, 9, and the 10. Okay. So something is, now we've got the 6 of Spades veils. So the 96 in Swords. 96, bringing in a balancing energy. Yes. Yes. And 3 of Diamonds. 3 coming after the 2, pointing out this new energy here. So it's Pentacle energy on Earth. On Earth. I'm getting water with that, though. Eight of Spades Veils. Now we have the 8 and 9 of the Spades Veils of Swords. Yeah, 38. The Obstacle Breaker. 5 of Hearts. Bringing in a communal energy, a coming together. It's bringing in joy. Jack of Diamonds, and a new vision of what life is. 9 of Diamonds. So we have the 8, 9, and 10 of Diamonds on the ground here now. So we have multiple flushing energies. I would say that due to these gates, initiations, multiple flushing energies, finishing out. There's a lot of finishing out going on. Joker upside down, Hangman, and there's peace and patience here, and temperance. And it's a very important time for personal responsibility and inflection. Yes, another 10. All right. So now we got 3 10s present, and it's the 10 of clubs, clovers. So the end of a burden, obviously, with the 6 of clubs, clovers. Gemini energy is now present. There's a victory also present, and something was completely communicated, and that's really good. So I really like the spread that they've given. It's real orderly, man. The galactic beings, the aliens, these guys, the Martians, they're very orderly. Yeah. I can't get into their mind at all. No, I can't. Okay, they flipped one. What is it? Ooh, King of Clubs, Clovers. I think that's them. I think that's who's in charge of this. And the Queen was already there, and now the King's there. Oh, with the Ace of Clubs, Clovers, you bet it's them. Yeah. This is good. There's a great father of responsibility here. And a good whatever it is that this King of Clubs, Clovers represents, they are fully carrying out their mission, and they will complete it. Yeah, no matter what. That's good. I like the ace came out. Ooh, with the guarantee, guys. You heard it here. So I love that reading, and I'm interested what anybody has to say about this new deal, and especially and the readers, and the diviners. I think it's a cool subject to read on, and think about, and maybe that wouldn't be. I don't think it's a loss of time at all, and it might be a good preparation And what it seems to be, what the preparation seems to be pointing at the most is the adjustment of the heart and the spirit and the soul and the mind and we ended on that. We have a king, an ace, and a guarantee. Ka, which is an immortal vibration, and it includes death, rebirth, the impossibility of death, immortality, aliens might be immortal. Maybe, who knows? But it's a guarantee. And I like it. So we're going to close that reading. Thank you so much. I'm kind of getting excited. Maybe you can tell. One last one. 4 diamonds, yeah. How you live. Yeah, how you live. How you live. 10 of spades, veils. Another 10, another ending, and it's that 10 of swords once again, which the Aquarius reading brought in. This, we have many 10s on the ground here. 1, 2, 3, and 10 showed itself 4 times and is present as a single card 3 times. So many gates and endings and beginnings. The old world that we knew it's 10 of swords, and now there's a new thing going on, and it's very clearly started. There's no doubt and no denying it, and it's good. I think I like it. It's a good reminder. 5 of diamonds. It's a good time to let go. Just like it also has a lot of morning energy, which morning energy is really healthy. Letting go, it's good. It's very good, this. I like it a lot. So, collective, diviners, always a pleasure to read for you and with you in these tremendous times. This is Karma Control TV radio and radio for the blind. It's a full moon in Gemini here at the station. All the best.
Thank you for calling Karma Control TV radio and radio for the blind.